I screwed that up. Basically, I had to place these blocks to get across the gap because Noobow doesn't like falling. Doesn't like high edges, but I misplaced that block. So now we're gonna grab this pogo stick, get up these things here. It's a very simple game. Very easy run. And now we're gonna distract this dog by throwing a stick. Because we gotta be able to get to our destination, man. Grab this cape. And we're gonna go falling down. So even though Noobow doesn't like to fall, he doesn't mind hovering down. So now we got another handy dandy little stick here. We're gonna use it to be able to climb up this, but we have to go back, get a bucket. Because this little baby whale is trapped. And we're the only ones who can help. So we're gonna
I lied to you. I have seen this game. It's amazing. I'm really happy that I know what it's called now.
And so now we're going to return the whale home, and the whale's really happy now. And the whale's going to help us get to our next location. Now we're going to help these squirrels that are being plagued by winter spirits. And Noobow, being the nice guy he is going to do what he can to help the squirrels out. So we're going to go over here and grab this jackhammer. We're going to use it to break a block that is impeding our path currently. And the squirrel, he doesn't want to help us, even though he's asking for our help. He won't let us pass unless we give him a nut in trade. So we're going to grab this acorn over here and we're going to go give it to him. And now we have to wait a moment. And it'll carry us right up. And then we got another pesky dog here. We're just gonna throw the stick, get him out of the way. So this is basically just like a very simple puzzle game with some really adorable music and a very adorable character. And so now we're going to grab this cape over here. Basically, items will stick around until they're no longer useful. And we're going to jump down here to get to the platform that we saw before. And see, there's the ice spirits that are, the winter spirits that are plaguing the squirrels' homes. And now we have to get a few sticks to be able to climb the ladders. And there's 3 sticks here that we need to grab. And we'll grab the farthest one first, since that'll take the shortest distance to get back. And see, the poor squirrel, he's ice cold. But we're gonna help him out. We're gonna save this little village of the squirrels. So there's also a bunch of shorts featuring Noobow on Morinaga's YouTube page, if you just search for Noobow. And basically 52 animated shorts, and they're very adorable, each about 30 seconds to a minute in length. So now we finished part 1 of this section, and we're going right into part 2, where we see the problem. So here's another puzzle. Basically we're going to grab the largest block and move it over a couple spaces. Then grab this block. Put that down, and then grab one more block. And hopefully I didn't move it too far to the right. Yep, we're good. So now this other squirrel, he's not going to help us either unless we give him something in return. Even though we're the nice guys, as willing to help them out, they still want their reward. So we're going to grab that acorn up there. And we're just going to set that down in the air. And then grab it again. And because of the way these platforms work, we have to wait for them to come back. They move without us. And it'll just carry us up like that. And now here they give you 2 blocks to get across the gap, but you only need the 1. And now we're going to grab this acorn over here, because we got to give it to that squirrel. Basically, he's blocking a path that we can't go down yet, but we will go down in the future. But we also need to give him that to get this horn. Because we're going to be using that to spook some ice spirits. So now we're gonna go back. If we're timing just right, we should be able to just go down this platform. And we were a little slow. And it just saves a couple of seconds if you make it. Basically, you just need to hold right until the transition and let go like as soon as you enter the transition, and you'll land on the spot and get on the platform immediately. But I was a little too early in letting go. So now we got this lily over here, because Noobow doesn't like getting wet, and there's a waterfall in our way, so we're going to use this lily to get underneath the waterfall. And just like that, we're through the waterfall now. And now one of the ice spirits was kind enough to leave us a bag of ice. And we're going to use that to cross this body of water. And the squirrels have been helped. Now we're going to go on to our next task of helping the moles. So right now, the moles, their problem is that it's hot out, and they're out, and all their water is missing. So we're gonna have to help restore their pipes. So we're just gonna do a few more series of puzzles, and now we just ride this hang glider all the way back down. And I'll take us to the other ladder we need to get to. And then we're going to fall all the way down here. Get this bucket, because we're going to need it to fill some water. The first thing we need to do is open this valve, and one more. And this will allow the water to pass through. The first things first, gotta go over here, get some water. and give it to this mole, who's going to give us this heart. Now, I'm not sure exactly why he gives us a heart, but he does. And then we're going to give it to a female mole, a girl mole, at the top of the area. But we have to go through a little bit of extra work to get there. So we're going to take this water jet, take us to the next ladder. And we're going to climb our way up. We're going to take this block, going to set it right there, and that'll allow us to cross that gap without having to grab the other block. And we're going to give it to this nice girl mole, and allow us to progress to the next area. And now the mole is like realizing, oh hey, all our pipes are turned off, can you go turn them on for us? So we're going to go ahead and take care of that. And now we're going to get that acorn up there, because we're going to be needing that in the next frame. And we're going to trade it for a jackhammer. Because there's this bird right here, and I'm guessing he's pretty hungry, willing to trade an acorn for a jackhammer. We're going to use that to access this ladder. So we're going to set that there, just like floating in the air. Set that down, and we're going to use that to clear the gap. And then here's the last block we'll need with the jackhammer, and then we're going to grab that bucket. Because we need to give another mole some more water. But the nice thing is we don't need to give it to this mole. He's just operating the lift. So now we got some water, and give it to the mole that's blocking our path. Because he's so hot that he doesn't want to move. Now here, we're going to turn into Tiny Noobow, because that's the only way we're going to be able to fit through the pathways we need to go through. Because we gotta turn on, we gotta release the valves on all these pipes. So all we do is just walk up to it, and it automatically changes. And it's just basically a large maze here. And I believe there's like 6 or 7 valves total. So now we're going to be climbing up here. Now the tricky thing with this area is that there's a lot of ladders that lead to dead ends. So they kind of make it sort of like a simple labyrinth. So we're going in a very specific path that'll take us to where we need to go. Because, like I said, a lot of ladders lead to dead ends, and we don't want that. Alrighty, and now all the valves have been turned on. We can go back to being a normal-sized Noobow and climb this flower that has now appeared from the water. And now the moles are happy that their water is returned. So now we're going to be helping this bird who got struck by lightning, and all the parts to his flying machine have fallen off, and we have to go return them to him. And so there's that mean little bird right there that's blocking our path. And in order to get him out of the way, we have to spook him. So we're going to grab this popper right here. And we're going to give him a good old spooking. And now he just flies away. And it'll allow us to get to the first part of the flying machine. So we have to create a bridge to get across. And even though these blocks are in the way, we can just set them aside. And now we get our first piece of the machine, the motor. And we're going to go give that to the bird fellow so that we can get a stick from him. And that stick's going to allow us to get through the other pieces. So now I'm going to go over here to the left, go for the next piece, because we can't go right yet. We don't have the tools to do that. This is now our stick. We're going to stick it in this hole and go down this ladder for the propeller. And then we're going to go back to the bird and give him the propeller, and it'll give us a jackhammer. Which will allow us to proceed to the next piece. Alright, so now we have the jackhammer. But before that, we have to clear these blocks out of the way. And just like that, it'll allow us to still access the ladder later, because we'll be needing to go that way after we go down here. So there's a bird down here fishing. And he's going to help us out to get that last piece right there. So we don't need this jackhammer anymore. He's going to be a nice guy and give us the fishing pole, and he's going to take the jackhammer off our hands. And now we can use that fishing pole to fish up that last piece of the flying machine we need. And since you only need to be on half the square for a ladder to use it, we can take advantage of that fact. Now we got the final piece, and now we just go back to the bird on the top and turn it into him. And being the nice guy that the bird is, he's going to let us borrow his flying machine to get to our next destination. So now the clouds and the sun are fighting, and we gotta go help sort that out. So we grab this hang glider here, or a parachute. I'm going to use that to get to where we need to go. And there's going to be a few of these. And our goal is to get up there to that sheet up there, which we're going to use to fall down with. So our hang glider's gone now. We used up all we could of it. Now we're going to switch to the sheet over here. Because it has multiple uses. We're going to use it for falling down. We're also going to be using it for something else. So here's the angry clouds. I guess it's a hurricane rather than a cloud, or a storm or something like that. So here we have a thunder god, and we're going to quell his noise-making ability to let us pass. Whoops. There we go. Give him something to hold. And here we have a wind god. Or a wind demon, rather. And we're just going to ignore him for now, because we need to put out this fire. Someone forgot to put out their fire. I'm going to use this jackhammer, because we want to get that cup down there. Since we no longer need the jackhammer, we need this cup. We're going to be using that to ride the wind. And allow us to go up to the clouds again. And there's the sun. It looks like he's quite hot. Needs to cool off, so we're going to help him with that. Give him some water from the raging storm over here. Now the sun's happy again. And everybody's happy now. So now here we're going to help Santa drop his presents. And he needs our help in recovering them. So we're going to do just that because Noobow's a good guy and he wants to save Christmas. So now we're going to ascend this large ladder here. And we gotta go talk to Santa first. And so his little angel helpers are giving us the directions on where to go. And they're also blocking our path to future areas we need to go to. Basically to corral us into going a specific path. So now we're gonna go talk to Santa. He's gonna drop a present. And we're going to go pick it up. Basically to demonstrate what our task is. And the angels, they're gonna go grab them from us and give them back to Santa. But they also, when they grab them, they leave their posts and allow us to continue on. So we're just going to set down this block right here in the middle and allow us to cross over. And we're going to ignore that ladder because that doesn't go anywhere. I'm going to put down these blocks, allow us to continue on. Because Noobow doesn't like falling. Here we're going to set down some more blocks. And grab another present. So now we just have to wait for the thingy to do that. Alrighty, now we've cleared that gap. I'm going to climb up that, and we're going to need to bring this block with us to cross the next gap. And just like that, we're across. So sometimes you can set down the present after picking it up for whatever reason, but there's only like 2 presents you can do that with. And now another path is opened up, and we're going to take it. Because we got to get all the presents back. We can't leave a single one behind, otherwise there'll be some toddler who'll be upset. And we don't want that. Or wait, do we go that way? Okay, we do. So down here, there's there's another present we gotta get. But we can't get it yet. We have to go all the way down here. And this jet stream will pick us back up. And we turn around, go back down, set down our tarp, and get the present down here. But wait, now we're trapped down here. So we're gonna take advantage of the fact that those streams of water appear. Gonna take us all the way back up, and fall down again and hit another one. Gonna set this down, pick this up, get across that gap, and we're just gonna have a bit of falling down for a little bit. Because we gotta get all the way back across. And luckily these fountains of water are available to us. So now we're going to ride the skateboard here because Noobow's a cool guy. And it's going to allow us to cross that gap. So now we're going to be able to go back to where we came, and a new path is now open to us now that we've recovered the present down here. And the nice thing is, the blocks are exactly the way we left them, so we don't have to redo that. Alright, now we're gonna get that jackhammer over there, and we're gonna be using that for the rest of the level. Because we can't progress without it. There's too many ladders that need some clearing of rubble. So we can't go that way up in the upper left because of the rocks in the way. We wouldn't be able to climb it with the jackhammer. Set that down, pick that up, and it'll let us cross. See, and then we're gonna set that down over here, pick that up, set that down because that's one of the other presents we can drop, and it'll allow us to continue. Now that angel over here is gone, but we don't want to go that way. There's nothing over there, but we want to go down here. And so while we're small, we can't carry items. We can't carry items at all. But it doesn't matter, because we're just using it to traverse these small tunnels, because Noobow is too big normally. And then over here there's going to be 2 presents. But luckily, you can just pick them up real quickly. So now we want to go back up and then go straight to the right. Because we've recovered all the presents now. Oh, whoops. I forgot I need to go up 1 more floor. So now we have our jackhammer back. We can break down these rocks. And it'll allow us to continue on. And we're almost done with the use of the jackhammer. I'm going to set that down. Pick up this, because we're going to need it. And climb this ladder up here. And time is coming up soon. So now we just need to go all the way back down and climb all the way to the top again. Because we gotta go tell Santa of our hard work. And the angels, being good guys, telling us where to go. So time will be coming up very soon. And time. And Noobow saved Christmas. And he's gonna let us ride in the sleigh with him. And that's Noobow for the Game Boy.
And then we'll be swapping over to Mirror's Edge now.
Alrighty, thanks so much for having me. Have a great night.